Good morning everyone. This is Arul Murugan. Welcome to my digital class. Chapter name Database Concepts. Lecture video part 10. Today's topic Coates rule. We know that relational data model developed by Coates. Here the Coates rule define what quality a database management system. So the Coates rule defines the quality of database management system. It requires, in order to become a relational database management system. So if the system wants to be become a relational database management system, it has to be follow this Coates rule. We know that Oracle is a well-known DBMS software. It follows 8.5 out of 13. We will see Coates rule one by one. Rule 0. This rule states that for a system to be qualified as an RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So this rule states that for a system to be qualified as an RDBMS, it must be able to manage database entirely through the relational capabilities. Relational capabilities. We know that what is relational. Relational means here table, which means table capabilities. So what is rule 0? If the system wants to be qualified as a RDBMS, it must able to manage database entirely through relational capabilities, which means table capabilities. Next, rule 1, information rule. All information, including metadata, is to be represented as stored data in cell of table. You may have a doubt, what is metadata? A metadata is nothing but data about data. Data about data. So what is information rule? In the sense, all information must be represented in the form of table, right? Here the rows and column have to be strictly unordered data. So whenever you are going to store the data, it must be in the unordered data. Next, rule 2, guaranteed access. Each unique piece of data should be accessed by table name, primary key, attribute. So whenever you are going to access a data from the table, you have to use this procedure. First you have to tell that table name, which table. Then you have to tell that primary key of the table, which determine the row, which row. And the next you have to tell that attribute, which means column, which column. Understand? So these three information you have to give to access the data. So what is that? What is that? First table name, primary key, attribute. Understand? So you have to give these details to access the data from the table. Note, ability to direct access via pointer is a violation of this rule. So without these three, if you access the data directly, it is violation of the rule. Understand? So whenever you are going to access the data, you have to tell that table name, primary key and attribute. Next, rule 3, systematic treatment of null. Null has several meaning. Null has several meaning. It can mean missing data. If the data is missed, so we can use null. Not applicable. For example, differently abled persons. It is not applicable all the persons. So that time we can use null. No value. In that place also we can use null. Understand? So the null having several meanings, we can use for missing data, not applicable and no value. Next, primary key must not be a null. So if you set any column as a primary key, the column should not have any null value. Next, active online catalog. See, we know that catalog. So if you purchase any product, along with the product they will give a manual or catalog. So what is catalog or manual? It will give the description about the particular product. Understand? So the same thing, database dictionary must have description of the database. So what is active online catalog? In the sense, it is a database dictionary, which is description of database. Here, next, catalog to be governed by same rules as rest of the database. Once you developed one catalog, remaining all the database, we have to follow the same rules and regulations. Understand? Next, rule 5, powerful language. One well-defined language must be there to be provide all manners of access of data. So whenever we are going to develop a database system, we have to use a powerful language like SQL, structured query language. Next, rule 6, view updation rule. All view that are theoretically updatable should be updatable by the system. So what are all the updation you are studying theoretically, all the updation or all the operation must be able to perform in system also. That is view updation rule. What is view updation rule? In the sense, all view that are theoretically updatable should be updatable by the system. Next, relational level operations. See, there are several operations are there like insert, delete, update. So these are all the operation must be supported by the RDBMS. Next, set operations like union, intersection, minus. These are all the operations also must be supported by the system. So what are all the operations? Insert, delete, update, along with that set operations like union, intersection, minus. So these are all the operation must be supported by the system. Next, rule 8, physical data independence. The physical storage of a data should not matter to the system. The physical storage of the data should not matter to the system. For example, some file supporting table were renamed or moved from one disk to another disk. It should not affect the application. So what is it? Simple meaning in the sense, if you do any changes in the physical level, for example, if you are changing, if you are renaming the table, or if you are moving a table from one disk to another disk, it should not affect the application. Understand? So what is that simple meaning? Physical data independence means if you do any changes in the physical level, that should not affect the application. Understand? Next, logical data independence. If there is change in the logical structure, what is logical structure? Which means table structure. Understand? Of the database, the user view should not change. User view should not change. Same. What is logical data independence means? If you do any changes in the table structure, which means logical structure, that should not affect the application. Here, one example they given. If a table is splitted into two tables, a new view should give a result as the join of two tables. Assume that there is a table in the database. We are getting a result from the table, or we are getting view from the table. After splitting into two tables, we have to get the same result. Understand? So if you do any changes in the logical level, the view should not change. That is that logical data independence. Next, rule 10, integrity independence. The database should be able to enforce its own integrity rather than using other programs. So whenever you are going to give constraints to the database, we have to use its own integrity rather than using other third-party applications. For example, key, which means primary key, and check constraints, trigger. So these are all the things we have to store in the data dictionary. We already know that. What is data dictionary? It is description about database. So you have to tell that which key we are using, what is the check constraints, what is triggers we are all using. So what is integrity independence means? If you are giving any constraints in the database, that has to be use its own integrity. Understand? Next, distribution independence. Here a database should work properly regardless of its distribution across a network. Here, after the development of a database, if we distribute the database through the network, the database must be work properly after distributing in the network. Understand? Next, non-subversion rule. here, if low level access is allowed to a system, if low level access is allowed to a system, it should not be able to subvert or bypass integrity rule to change the data. Which means if you are giving any privilege to lower level category, it doesn't mean that that privilege should not change the database. For example, we can take a bank application. In the bank application, we are giving certain rights to the clerk. So clerk can check the balance to a particular customer. It doesn't mean that a clerk can do the transaction, or the clerk can do changes in the database. No, only if we are giving certain rights, or certain you know privileges, that should not affect the, or that should not change the data in the database. That's all. Next, this can be achieved by some sort, or looking, or encryption. So we can do some encryption techniques, or we can do some sorting techniques to prevent this non-subversion or bypass the integrity. Understand? Too simple. What does non-subversion means? If we give any rights to lower level access, they should not change the data in the database. So these are all the rules, are court's rule. Totally there are 13 rules, from rule 0 to rule 12. Understand? We will see one by one, just names. Rule 0, rule 1 information rule, rule 2 guaranteed access, rule 3 systematic treatment of null, rule 4 active online catalog, rule 5 powerful language, rule 6 view updation rule, rule 7 relational level operations, rule 8 physical data independence, rule 9 logical data independence, rule 10 integrity independence, rule 11 distribution of independence, rule 12 non-subversion rules. You just see the video one more time if you have any doubts. Still, if you have any doubts, you just call me or give a missed call, or you can message me. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. We will see next class with some other topics.